you are. If that's the case.
I wouldn't have bought a car if I was going to be broke. Did you clap sync yet? Oh, syncing data for ReCore.
Yeah, go ahead and clap sync.
Clap sync. Woo!
Hope I'm not forgetting anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff today.
Yeah, there's
Stuff in here today.
advanced.
Hello.
I'll do the more advanced stuff later.
What is that?
Taylor.
Welcome everybody. Well, not welcome to Sean's podcast. We're doing a dual podcast today. Sean is filming for his YouTube channel, Sean
And monkeys
McCain.
and also special guests.
And we're obviously doing our normal podcast.
We just happen to be doing a 3-camera shoot.
I know, right?
Don't mind me. I just remembered to turn something around.
Oh, for a second there, I thought the lens cap was still on that one camera. I was like, well, that's professional.
Yeah.
So I have to turn that around just so I know when that cuts
No.
off.
Yeah. So, yeah. She's old. She's got old dog smell. So, it's loading, but we're playing ReCore.
Which I know nothing of this game.
I just know it's like an action platformer, 3D platformer. It looked cool when it came out.
It looked really pretty on the loading screen.
Yeah.
Or not the loading screen, the
And it was one of those things like when it came out, I was like a game I wanted to give a try, but I was playing other things at the time. And then so I was like, I'll wait on it. Then Black Friday sale, so I was like, all right.
And that was a good sale you got for that, right?
$10.
Oh yeah, that's good for any game in all honesty.
Yeah, this is the definitive edition too, so it's got all.
Oh, it's got all the DLC then.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome, awesome. It's a robotic dog.
Yep. I think when this was announced at E3 last year.
I think it got overshadowed by a bunch of shit.
No, it didn't get overshadowed.
Oh really?
But when it got announced, it's kind of funny, like, because I watched E3 through the Funhouse guys because they do their drinking game while watching E3.
Oh yeah.
And I just like the commentary too.
Was that the one where they just switched it to Talking Stockings?
Well, yeah, they do that in between.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a little jetpack, double jumping.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? I love my platformers.
Yeah. This game looks fantastic with that 4K update.
It does. Though we have nothing to compare it to because we didn't.
Oh yeah, no basis of comparison. It just looks pretty as it is
Okay,
right now.
she can grab onto things. I was like, I didn't make that jump!
Well, I should hope that you would be able to grab onto ledges, man. What kind of effed up game would that be?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like some Super Mario World shit.
I don't know if those are friend or foe. They're.
I'm gonna go with
Those.
those.
I was talking
are
about those
foes.
big things, but yeah, those are definitely foes.
Oh, you mean the things that like dropped him out?
Oh, did they drop them out of there?
I thought they dropped him out, but I'm not 100% because like your camera was facing a different direction. This looks suspiciously like Tatooine.
It does.
I don't know what Tatooine is.
It's Luke's home planet.
Yeah, it's Luke's home
from
planet.
Star Wars.
Or whatever that planet was that Rey was on, because I know that wasn't Tatooine.
Yeah, it started with an S. That's the problem with like the new Star Wars movies so far. Like, there's been nothing iconic about it.
Yeah.
Again, like we said this, I've said this multiple times on this
My
podcast.
theory is
I
Luke's
just-
going bad.
I'm just not that impressed with the new Star Wars. Like, I like it. Like, I liked The Force Awakens, but it was just one of those things. It's just kind of like.
It's too
And it
much
could
of
be
a
that
remake
I'm
right
an
now.
adult
Yeah.
now, and the first time I watched A New Hope, I was like 4 or 5. you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah,
that's
and-
also.
And in your mind, nothing can beat it.
Yeah, kind of. Because there's something about seeing something as a child, and it's just new and brand new. And plus, like, even when we were, like, even though Star Wars, you know, when we saw it, it was, like, pretty much a decade old.
Yeah.
Like, those were still some of the best special effects going. Like, there still
all
wasn't...
about them Ewoks, though.
Yeah, I don't... You know, honestly, until Jurassic Park came out in what, 93?
93, 94, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think there were better special effects than Star Wars.
No, I can't say that there were.
Okay, one thing I'm not liking is this auto aim. It's gonna take. I was like, I hope this is just for the training. Because look, I shoot. I'm not even doing that. Like, I shoot, and it moves me to my next target.
Ooh, yeah, that's.
That might make this game a little too easy.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if that was like something in like New Game Plus or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it would probably, you could change the settings.
Maybe.
Probably.
That's right. Get him, dog. Bark at him.
Oh.
You robo dog.
Well, at least you won't miss bad guys.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I did something by mistake. I think I was probably supposed to look for that, but I found it before I had to look for it. So on to the podcast topics. What we'll do is we'll explain a little for Sean's viewers. It's your typical podcast. We take like the week's news and we talk about it. Usually you have like one main topic and then some little topics.
Yeah.
But this week it's two big topics.
Yeah, two really big topics. One I'm not familiar with.
We're going to start off light and fun, and then we're going to move to the heavier topic, which is kind of good that Sean's actually here for the podcast because I'd like to get a child's perspective on it. Just because it affects kids on YouTube. Like, not kids' YouTube channels, but YouTube channels geared towards kids.
Oh, those things realign.
Yeah, so actually the auto aim's helping out here because those things are, like, moving and multiplying.
Yeah. So. Your ammo's low, though.
Ammo's low. Stop firing and quickly regenerate ammo.
Does it have to do with that thing right there? Nope, that's switch. Oh! Oh, you gotta time it. Go!
Did you ditch your dog?
I think he stayed outside.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where the dog doesn't go on every
mission, yeah.
Every mission. Because, like, that was like that for Fable 2. The dog didn't go with me all the time.
Oh!
Didn't see that pit there.
No, you didn't.
And now you can't get up.
No. He can get back up.
Yeah.
There's always a way back up.
Yeah, if it doesn't kill you, there's a way back up.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I like that.
I thought you were going to have to grab that one thing that was off to the side. Extract. Oh. How'd you do that?
Okay, during extraction, if the cable's red, ease up.
Oh.
This is an interesting little game.
He's up. He's up.
Okay, I guess when it's red, that you run the risk of breaking it.
Yeah.
Oh, the dog! No.
He good.
But yeah, about robot dogs.
So the first topic here we're going to talk about is the imminent sale of 20th Century Fox film and TV assets to Disney.
So Disney's going to buy everything.
Pretty much.
But do you know what that means for us, Sean?
No. That
means once that goes through, Marvel gets the X-Men, Deadpool, and Fantastic Four back. Because you know how they're not in the MCU.
Yeah.
They're different dimensions, technically, or different worlds.
Yes, I extracted his core somehow.
So that means they'll be able to join in all the stuff that happens with the Marvel movies, like Captain America, Avengers, Iron Man.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that's something that a lot of us in the, I guess the geek sphere is what we'll call it for now, is really excited about and kind of also afraid of at the same time, just because, Disney is buying a lot of stuff in that it does lower the number of studios, but some of the concerns are kind of short-sighted.
Yeah, my whole thing about people's concerns about it is that someone's like Fox is for sale. Someone's going to buy it, and I honestly trust Disney with those properties, like making those properties better, more than I trust like
Comcast Universal.
or Sony.
Yeah. But I like how you threw that into the chat, and my only reply is, Sony ain't buying anything. They had to go to Disney to get help with Spider-Man, one of Marvel's most lucrative properties.
Well, no, they would buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, they would, if they could buy Fox, they would.
I don't know. Just like from what I've seen, it seems like ever since that Sony email hack, it just seems like they are kind of like in a bad place. Not necessarily at the point of going out of business, but they got some reorganizing to do. Essentially, is what it is, because like they haven't really had a whole lot. They were kind of like in the same boat as Warner Brothers, where some of their movies aren't doing as well as they'd like them to, and they have too many of those. Yeah. At least that's how I understand it.
Do you know what Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
But it's really cool that like you said, I would prefer that Disney be the one that buys the 20th Century Fox assets. And, and for those who aren't really familiar with it, they're not buying all of 21st Century Fox. There's a lot of things that they are not buying because of the fact that it would cause, A, there would be overlap, and B, I think certain properties, if they, like their sports division and their news division.
No, those aren't, Murdoch's not selling those.
Yeah, I know, he's not, yeah. But I also read somewhere that I think that, that since they already have overlapping properties that do the same thing, that would cause antitrust suits to be filed.
No, that's completely wrong.
Isn't The Simpsons a part of this? Fox?
Yes, they would be getting The Simpsons at Disney, which,
See, the thing is, a lot of people.
There goes my dream of Spider-Man Bart.
Not really.
A lot of people have a misconception about antitrust.
Yeah.
Disney buying another studio, Disney buying another sports division, isn't antitrust because they're not the only game on the block, and they're not the only ones doing it. Now, any purchase like that of media, the FCC has to approve.
Yeah.
Much like the Time Warner merger, but
I don't think they should have approved that, but that's a personal opinion of mine. But go on.
But that's the thing. It's like people. I don't think people really know what a monopoly is.
I feel like some people might be comparing it to whenever one of the cell phone companies tries to buy the other, which, in that respect, it's a little bit different because there is not that much competition in that space. There's only four companies in that space. So if one absorbs another, that's really not that great. Because, you can't even count all those MVNOs like Cricket Wireless and Boost Mobile, because those aren't actual cell phone companies in the same sense. Those guys piggyback off of the big four companies.
Well, they're still cell phone companies. They just don't have their own towers.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Like, when one, like if T-Mobile, if Sprint tries to buy T-Mobile, that's not going to go through.
Yeah.
But that's a tangent. Yeah, I'm I guess optimistic at the prospect of Disney buying those Fox assets, and also I know there are a lot of people fearing that if with Disney at the helm of everything, the stuff the rated R stuff like Logan and Deadpool, that's like a thing of the past. I have to remind people that they owned Miramax. They have companies that put out.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Those kind of.
But
movies.
I think that concern is more like it's comic book properties that Disney's not going to want to make R-rated comic book properties. So yes, Disney has studios where they make R-rated stuff, but they may or may not. They may not want to do that with comic book properties, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that, and I guess we have to wait and see. I don't think that they would really tone that down, because if you look at, granted, these movies are a couple years old. Like with Logan and Deadpool, they made a lot of money.
Yeah.
They were very successful. If they weren't successful, then I could see them automatically being like, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah,
I can't imagine them really cutting those out if they are successful. Will they be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? We'd have to wait and see in that respect. But as of right now, like everything else, it's with everything. Honestly, it's a wait and see type thing. The only thing I can say for certain is they're probably not bringing the Fantastic Four in as they are.
No.
That's getting rebooted. Because from what I understand, it was a cluster. It was a train wreck.
Oh yeah, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, though Dr. Doom coming in. I'm so excited about that.
I can't wait for Dr. Doom to come in.
Man.
And be a Marvel villain. That's like, because I've never been a giant Fantastic Four fan, but I've always liked Dr. Doom.
Oh, Dr. Doom is like the best thing.
I've actually only known Dr. Doom for like from this cartoon where Iron Man faced off with him.
He does that every so often, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I've always liked, because that's kind of the first time I ever got introduced to Dr. Doom was in an Iron Man comic, and I had always assumed Doom was an Iron Man villain when I was a kid.
So did I. Like,
well, I mean, he looks like it. Yeah, I can see that.
I thought he was in Iron Man and Avengers.
But I mean, I've had a few Fantastic Four comics as a kid, and I've seen obviously the cartoons. But some of them. Yeah,
so I'm going to say the deal is final, only because by the time we post this on YouTube, it probably will be final because the announcement's supposed to come next week.
Oh yeah,
and it is Saturday night, a very snowy night here in Virginia.
Yes.
But also Saturday night, I would imagine by the time we have this video posted, it will already be announced.
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm going to say right now, I'm looking into the future. Deal is done.
Now,
I want us to make some predictions for Marvel.
Oh, actually, that's what I was going to bring up.
So, my prediction, I'm going to start with mine, because I don't want you to steal it, because I already told you it. I really think...
I was just going to segue it, but go on.
At the end of or at some point in the fourth Avengers movie, which comes out, I want to say 2019, because I don't think they're doing a 2-year break between the two, but I'd have to check the schedule again, that we see Hugh Jackman pop up as Wolverine. In like a cameo, kind of like what Spidey did.
Wait, are we doing any theory for Marvel?
Yeah, just anything you think might happen.
Okay.
So I think we'll get like a Hugh Jackman cameo in
Avengers 4.
In Avengers 4, yeah.
Which would be awesome. You know, I know that one, and I feel like yours is honestly a little bit more feasible than mine, especially with how everyone has been talking about how they've been coy about announcing anything about Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Similarly, how they were very coy about the lineup for Civil War.
Give me that core.
Until they finalized a deal with Sony to get Spider-Man in. Which, you know, if that's the case, and, you know, after hearing about that, that's definitely something to keep in the back of my mind.
Yeah. And I think that would be the easiest way to do it. Just because they could always, with the Infinity Gauntlet and everything.
And Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they always say, like, the multiverse, because we've already gotten, like, the multiverse kind of introduced, and it's going to be more introduced than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a good theory, and, you know, I would be ecstatic at that. If they did it just
especially if they were able to keep it quiet.
Yeah, especially if that. My theory, I've already told you my theory. I stick with it. But, you know... I get what you were saying about that, but I don't think they're gonna take it. My theory is Avengers 4 is going to the story's gonna have elements pulled from House of M. Mostly the reality bending aspects from Scarlet Witch. I think that she's gonna be a bigger role, not the biggest role, but I think she's gonna have a bigger role
involved with all the stones.
In Avengers 4, yeah, because her power hasn't really been fully tapped in the movies yet. So we can't say that she can't be the same scope as she is in the comic books just yet. And plus, she's also a young character in that universe anyway, the cinematic universe. She's a young woman just discovering her powers, and she's still learning about them. And plus, you know, with the storylines that they've adapted to the movies, they've taken aspects of them, but they haven't been full adaptations. Like Civil War is different than what it was from the comic books, from what you told me.
Now, the whole reason why, and we talked about this off camera, why I disagree with House of M, is because they're already in the middle of filming Avengers 4. So I don't think anything more than a cameo from any Fox properties.
Well, no, I didn't. And the thing
but also, like I told you, House of M is not well liked.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's kind of a wait and see on this Avengers movie to see what they really do with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I think the Marvel Comics property has kind of regretted what they've done with Scarlet Witch because they've kind of neutered her.
Oh yeah, they have.
So I don't think we're gonna get a whole House of M style reboot to the universe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it would be, if they did it, it'd be scaled back. And and I get what you're saying, but also like with Logan.
And just remember though, House of M, the whole reason behind House of M was to reduce the number of mutants in the Marvel universe. Because in the X-Men books, because of the popularity in the 90s and 2000s, they got carried away.
Oh yeah, with Maggot.
Just with everything. It was like a mutant that did everything.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot. But I get that, but I also see it in the way that, you know, Logan was a big departure from Old Man Logan just because they couldn't use any of the MCU characters.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I don't see why they couldn't do it. I think that they would scale it back if they do end up using those elements. But it's like you said, it's a wait and see type deal. Yeah. I think it's a way to broaden Scarlet Witch and also another vehicle to bring in some of the elements of the you know, the lost characters is what we'll call them for the moment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have to see what they do.
Yeah.
Me personally though, for the most part, I would like to see the X-Men in their own universe. It's just because I've said this before, like a lot of people who have been wanting Marvel to buy back the X-Men for a while. I feel, you know, if they had the X-Men, that's just too much. And we're not going to get the lesser popular characters like Ant-Man, like Black Panther, things like that. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I think this universe is getting too overpopulated anyways to bring in the X-Men. So I wouldn't mind like a smaller X team, like maybe Wolverine, Jean, Cyclops,
like all the
Storm,
big superheroes.
Gambit.
Basically, the roster from the '90s cartoon.
Yeah, just give us a small one with like maybe people who pop in and out, and don't try to add new mutants every movie, because again, I think that's one of the problems.
Because they'll probably never use them.
I think that's one of the problems with like the Fox movies is.
Especially X3.
Instead of building on the characters they've established, they try to add new ones in each time.
Yeah. X3 was a classic example of that. They had so many mutants in there, and I don't know how much of this was
Brett. School.
I don't know how much of this was Brett Ratner and how much of this was the writers of that script. They had mutants in there. They had mutant powers in there, but they didn't use the actual character.
Yeah,
which annoyed the ever loving.
Well, that's what I hate when they try to do too many winks and nods to the fans from the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Because then just too much gets lost in the shuffle. I know, we're letting you.
Yeah.
We're just getting there. So Sean, what do you think, hope, want to happen with Marvel getting back the Fantastic Four and the X-Men? Oh wait, before you say anything, and Deadpool. Well, he's an X-Men probably.
Yeah, he's an X-Men character.
Galactus in the MCU, that'll be great.
I was just thinking Silver Surfer. She said that.
Galactus versus Thanos.
I've always been. I don't know how that fight would go. I've always been a fan.
I feel like it's gonna be close.
I don't know if it'd be close.
World Eater.
Because I think isn't Thanos more powerful than Galactus?
No.
Galactus is
he's
like more of a force of nature.
No,
like
Galactus is
the Celestial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, he's more powerful.
Is he?
A mini G?
I don't.
Quoting Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, yeah.
Mini G.
I forgot about that, yeah.
No, he's a... yeah, I guess a little G. I think the Celestials aren't God in the sense of God, but are gods. Yeah, I would say he's...
A mini G?
On par with Ego, if not powerful.
Okay.
So
the Guardians of the Galaxy can defeat them.
No, because I think Galactus is a little bit more powerful than Ego.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because like Galactus is the eater of worlds. I'm pretty sure didn't he try to eat Ego at some point?
Yeah, I think so. All right, Sean. So what's your theory?
My theory is that Deadpool joins Spider-Man again.
That would be interesting to see in the way Spider-Man.
Oh, if he cameos in Homecoming 2.
And that Hulk may make a special appearance, and Hulk ends up going like all whack again. Like the symbiote gets on Hulk.
Oh no, that's Sony, and the Venom stuff is all.
That's separate right now.
Separate, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, then my theory went to crap. Okay. Yeah.
Anything that deals with Venom, that's not connected yet.
Crap. Green Goblin, maybe? What's that? Oh, all the Spidey.
Oh no!
I think all the Spidey villains, they come to join. Like not all of them, but most of them come to join. Face Spidey and Deadpool. Like when Spidey's getting his butt kicked, Deadpool makes a big entrance, or like the X-Men or something just makes an entrance, and they help Spidey. Defeat all the villains.
Ooh, that guy was a little.
That would be interesting to see. I don't know how they would really set that up yet.
It would be interesting to see because I've always enjoyed Deadpool in the Spider-Man comics.
Oh yeah.
But the way Spider-Man's set up, I don't know how Deadpool would fit in. They obviously have to tone Deadpool
I think
down
it would
a bit.
be. Honestly, I think it'd be more along the lines of Spider-Man would show up in a Deadpool movie if they wanted to team them up.
Oh, open up. I thought
just because of how they're, like you said, how Spider-Man is set up.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easier to fit Spider-Man in with Deadpool in a Deadpool movie than the reverse of Spider-Man or Deadpool showing up in a Spider-Man movie. It's plus there's been like 1.5 movies with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's still early for him. I'm not saying that's not going to happen, Sean, but it's still a little early. So I don't know how that really would shake out just yet.
Yeah,
we got to see more.
Yeah, I had to think of it at the top of my head.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like.
Oh yeah, because you didn't know about that stuff, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Give me that core.
It'll be cool to see. I'm excited to see it. But then at the same time, as I was listening to you talk, I was just thinking to myself, man, they haven't brought Blade back yet. I know they have him.
Yeah. I think if they ever do bring Blade back, it's going to be a Netflix series or for the Disney streaming thing.
But I do
with Cage.
I do like how Wesley Snipes is still all about coming back to that character.
I would like to see that.
I would love to see that because honestly, the movies, there's no reason that he can't fit in as he is.
Yeah, because I mean, he could just he's a vampire, so you just be like, yeah, he's always been there. But
well, Sean, I have those movies if you want to watch them. It's up to you. If your dad lets you,
I have to. Well, the third one's fine. The third one's very tame. I recently saw the second one. I don't know about. I haven't seen the first one in a while.
I did watch Blade with you once.
I watched the first one recently. I don't think it's any worse than anything Sean has seen.
Yeah, maybe we'll let him watch the third one first. Even, A, that's the worst one, and B, it's got Triple H and fake Batista in it.
And Ryan Reynolds, not as Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds, man, 3 comic book characters.
And I've seen what he looks like, and I thought, oh man, he looks cool, but I've never seen him.
I think he's one of my favorite street-level characters, if you can call him a street-level character. I don't know. He's weird because he fights vampires.
Why don't you say he's your favorite Marvel Knights because he was in the Marvel
Knights he's my favorite. He's my favorite Marvel Knight.
Nelson, who's my favorite Marvel Knight?
Don't care.
Daredevil.
Yep.
Okay.
Easily. Second favorite Marvel Knight.
Punisher.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I was gonna...
That's right. He wasn't.
Actually, I take that back. Wolverine. Because he had a Marvel Knights too.
Punisher,
did he?
Yeah.
Daredevil, Punisher, Daredevil.
Actually, no. Wolverine didn't have a Marvel Knights. He had a Marvel Max.
But,
so.
Okay.
Oh,
that's right.
Marvel Punisher because there's Daredevil and there's Punisher.
No, I probably do like Punisher more than I like Spidey. So that's it for the Fox and Disney sale. Like I said, I think by the time we put this up, that sale's going to be finalized and go through.
Yeah, probably.
So our next topic, it is Elsa-Gate. And I know neither one of you are very familiar with Elsa-Gate.
I'm not familiar with that.
So basically, Elsa-Gate is this thing. So YouTube, last year maybe, set up YouTube Kids. Like, so it's supposed to be just programming safe for kids.
Yeah.
Things like that. And people have been like posting cartoons with like Elsa, the Joker, Harley Quinn, Spider-Man that are not appropriate for kids. But just doing lewd things and mean things like Spider-Man smoking or doing drugs or something like that, and other various things. And the thing is, it's been getting past YouTube's like commercial, like robot censors.
It's okay.
And so little kids are seeing these things, and they're not supposed to be. So, so that's been a big deal because people have been complaining. YouTube's had to like manually look at channels and things like that. So another round of possible adpocalypse is coming through with things being demonetized.
We all knew this was gonna happen soon.
And so it's just one of those things where YouTube could have done more and could be doing more, and they're kind of not. And it's just been a big cluster F of a thing. Because it's.
See, I feel like I know what like.
Because it's one of those things. It's like, you know, as a parent, you're supposed to like, okay, my kid can look at YouTube Kids because they're not going to see videos that they shouldn't be seeing. But then it's
getting past the it's
getting past the robots, and YouTube's not being very proactive about it. It's like it's one of those things. Like it took it to be getting national news for YouTube really to do anything. And here's the thing: YouTube is owned by Google. They have the money to, you know, hire more people to watch these things. You know.
Yeah. See, I feel like I've seen one of the like you know the pictures that they show for the videos like right next to the name. Yeah, I feel like I've seen what it looks like, and I just thought it looked stupid.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like.
Because it's just people in costumes, and I don't like that. I think.
Well, yeah, that's one. Like people dressed in costumes, yes. And another thing is people like make their own cartoons like that too. And so it's even worse than being age gated. Because I remember Funhouse did a video like their demo disc thing. Yeah. And they do the Rule 34, which no, Sean, I'm not going to explain Rule 34 to you. You're just not allowed to watch those demo discs.
I know.
And they played this Elsa Flash game where like Elsa was pregnant and stuff like that. And they were talking about it on their podcast when they talking about Elsa-Gate, like that video's just gone. Like it's not even like set to private or anything like that.
They just deleted it?
Yeah, like YouTube took it off. Like you can't find it anywhere.
And that's not even part of the problem, really.
No, because they
were talking about the issue, right?
Yeah,
that's how I understand it.
Well, no, not that video. Because they did like play like a stupid Disney Flash game and stuff like that. But they had set the age for the video like to 18. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's something like a kid, like unless they were on an unrestricted YouTube.
Yeah.
That could check out.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So they did. So Funhouse did everything that they could with the tools that they were provided to make sure that the algorithms knew that this is not for kids under 18. So it was essentially rated, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And then they took it off. That's dumb. That's really dumb. Yeah, I don't know what I think about this whole thing.
I find it
because I mean, in one sense, you know, there are probably some creators that yes, they make these like cartoons that are a little bit on the lewd side, but they were making like a parody, and they're probably, I would imagine, there's at least some of them that are at least marking these for not for like under 18. And then I'm sure there are some people that just do this just to be gross.
They do it to be gross, but they also do it to get
attention.
The ad revenue. Because kids will just mindlessly click on things. They see their favorite character.
Yeah.
And they'll click on it. They'll click on it because they see Elsa and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's what they'll do, and that's been the problem. Is that there's no
like they're
YouTube,
they're brainwashing children and what's happening.
That's actually a fear some people have. Like Lawrence brought that up, that it could be like conditioning children for things and stuff like that. Lawrence
desensitizing them.
Yeah, Lawrence or Adam brought that up, and maybe they both kind of brought it up in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just it's kind of a disgusting thing people are doing, and like some people just do it for the ad revenue and stuff like that, which is still not good.
What's ad revenue?
You get like you get money added to your YouTube account
for a certain amount of clicks.
Yeah.
Like if people click on your stuff.
I just make videos to have fun.
Yeah.
It's fun making them to me.
And, well, that's all fine and good, but it's also some people on YouTube do this as a job.
Yeah.
That's how they get paid, and that's how they pay for their bills and their living arrangements and food and stuff like that. Like the guys from Funhouse, they do this as a job.
As a job, yeah. Well, we all do it for fun. I mean, it'd be great if one day we made enough money to do this as a job. They've been around for
long enough that they're able to do it as a job.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have enough equipment.
And they have enough people following them. That's the biggest thing. You need a lot of people following you to be able to make money off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a lot of people watching your stuff.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, this is that's a weird thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised I hadn't heard anything about it, but excuse me.
Yeah, so I mean that's been kind of the problem.
Yeah.
With Elsa-Gate, and a lot of people are afraid it's going to bring off another adpocalypse.
Which that's you know, I think that's a valid fear. But I'm sure there are some people that are kind of overreacting to it. But
I don't know if you're a mom of like a 2-year-old and your kid, you catch them watching.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not talking about that. I mean I'm sure there are some people out there that might be considered overreacting. I don't know.
Like block their account from.
Yeah, they gotta find them though. They gotta find them, and yes, they have been doing that.
Yeah, Sean, YouTube is.
But the problem is like
there's a lot of people on there.
A lot of people feel that YouTube's not doing enough. Like, because they're relying on like
on their
algorithm.
Yeah, I can't say one way or another just because I don't know that much about what they are doing.
I really wish I'd have read.
So I have no frame of reference there, so I can only really go off of what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just been the feel that YouTube's not doing enough, and we haven't had this problem yet because we haven't really had a problem with any strikes or any age gating.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like getting someone to review your video has become a problem with YouTube. Like if your thing gets like demonetized, which all of our stuff is demonetized because we don't.
I find it so weird that they have so much trouble with that. Because I mean, if you take a look at someone like Apple, for example, there are several hundred apps that probably go through review every day, and honestly, back in the early days, it could possibly take up to weeks for an app to get approved. But now it's like maybe a week. But usually,
the thing is with videos, though, the problem with that with videos, you can't take a week. It's got to be up.
Well, no, I'm saying Apple has gotten to a point where they can do it very quickly and efficiently. I don't understand why YouTube
can't do it.
Because they don't want to spend the money.
Because hasn't it been 17 years? Because didn't they come out in 2000?
No, I don't think it was 2000. I first heard about YouTube in 2004. So I mean, it's a little. It's been a while. It could have been 17 years. I'm not saying you're wrong, Sean, but I don't remember the exact
I don't think
date.
it's been 2000.
I don't think it was 2000, but it was close to that time because like I said, I first heard about YouTube in 2004. It was right before I went to Marymount, so that was like 2005.
Yeah, I want to say YouTube.
I'm gonna say 2004-ish.
Okay, I gotta find more of those.
Yeah, because that was like my last year at Nova, that I first saw it.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of been the problem, this whole Elsa-Gate thing.
See, when you're saying you're gonna explain it to me, I thought it was gonna be like kids. It was gonna be fun for like kids and stuff.
Oh no.
Whenever you hear the word "gate" in front of something, Sean, it's usually bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is it's so weird to me that is the takeaway from Watergate. Oh, we'll just throw a gate on the back end of it.
I'll tell you one thing. That's what I hate about Watergate in general. Like, never mind all the other stuff. It's just this. Every time something bad happens, everyone throws a gate on there. It's just like
Poor Watergate.
Which it's weird. No, poor Watergate. You don't need to.
Yeah, kind of poor Watergate. Because Watergate's a hotel.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I forget about that too. It's just such a weird thing that people kind of snapped onto.
Yeah.
Because obviously Watergate was the first controversy with the word "gate" at the back end of it.
Well, yeah,
it was the name.
Yeah,
it was the name of a hotel.
Yeah.
And then it was like the next gate after that was Antenna-Gate, if I remember correctly, which was the issue with the iPhone 4's antenna.
Oh no, there were many things called gate.
Before
Before that, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of anything between those two, but I just might have not have been paying attention.
No, you weren't paying attention. And that's not me taking a dig at you. It's that there's been a ton of those.
Oh, wait, wasn't there something with Dick Cheney in
Even before that, but...
no, I know that, but I was like, wasn't there something with Dick Cheney with a gate?
Probably. But, I mean, they've been doing, like, gate things since Watergate, so I'm sure there's plenty in the 80s and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty much any kind of scandal gets a gate added to it.
It's so weird.
I don't get it.
Well, I mean, Watergate was really... I mean...
It caused
the president... It caused the president to... no, it has nothing to do with the hotel. It's just...
It just happened to be at the...
incident took place at the hotel.
Yeah.
What incident?
What... You'll learn about it. I'm not going to explain it on the podcast. I'll explain it after the podcast because there's so much that's involved in it.
Like, I don't even know all the workings of it.
It's a long story.
It's something you'll learn about in school when you get older, like maybe high school-ish?
Probably high school, maybe middle school.
Yeah, I was like maybe middle school, but yeah. You'll
it's really hard to say what kids will learn about and when because, history is so much more now.
And it's different for kids now than it was for us. So, yeah, I mean...
Making us sound old, and your camera just did something.
Oh, that thing just, stopped.
Okay, whatever. I need to find one more core. Where is this?
I'm going to assume that we hit the 30-minute mark.
Probably.
But
yeah, so that's Elsa-Gate in a nutshell. I mean, YouTube needs to do a better job of just, videos in general, because people get demonetized for stupid reasons. They shouldn't be demonetized. Like, for us, not
the
whole
that we were
10,000
making bank, but...
I know, the whole 10,000 views thing crippled our monetization, so it's a good thing we weren't.
Can we not spend an hour on this so my phone doesn't cut off?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to finish up in a minute.
We're wrapping up the podcast right now. So the last thing we do on the podcast for Sean's... oh, shit, hit the wrong button. For Sean's viewers is we do a Thoughtable. I come up with a question that I ask the panel... And this one's a fairly easy Thoughtable. It's not one of my
I've already been thinking about it.
But favorite Christmas movie? Nelson, you go ahead and name yours.
Oh,
don't say Die Hard.
I couldn't see the S. I thought that's an X-Men movie because the tripod leg that Sean's using that was blocking two of the letters. I thought it said X-Men movie. But Christmas movie, that's very easy, and you're probably gonna be angry at me. Probably. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna switch my pick because I was originally gonna go with A Christmas Story. I'm switching it because I feel like Josh might pick it. Bad Santa.
Santa's a good one. Sean, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I have 3.
All right, name them.
Okay, Home Alone.
Okay.
The Charlie Brown special and the Mickey Mouse special with Scrooge.
Their Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, I watch it every Christmas.
I mean, I don't really watch any Christmas carols except for the what was it, George C. Scott version? Yeah. I watch that one because it's classic. But other than that, I don't watch them mainly because it's the same story over and over again. And I was Scrooge, so I don't really need to see any more any more renditions of it.
Where the heck could that be?
I don't know.
Plus, with Christmas Carol, you know what you're getting. More than likely you're going to enjoy it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the different versions are always fun to watch.
Oh,
yeah, Mickey's Christmas Carol's up there with me. Christmas Story I love. It's kind of fun. I didn't really like it when I was younger.
Oh, I always loved that movie.
It kind of grew on me.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, you have.
Christmas Story, the one with Ralphie.
I gotta get it.
Oh.
In the Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh, okay, that's the one I was talking about. Not Home Alone. That's the one I was talking about.
Okay.
Home Alone's a good one too.
Yeah,
the one where it said you're gonna shoot your eye out and like
yeah.
with, the bad Santa, like where he's going down that
slide. Yeah. I always crack up at that scene because his little brother is so funny with Santa.
Yeah.
But Santa, when he starts screaming, he's like, uh-oh. And he pushes him down the slide.
I went up there, but I did not.
Oh, that's my favorite scene.
So mine, I'm gonna pause the game.
Taylor's like, what's your pick, human?
Yeah. My favorites be A Christmas Story, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Charlie Brown, and Gremlins.
I've never seen that.
You know what? I'm kind of surprised you didn't throw in there. As you were saying it, I was half expecting you to say It's a Wonderful Life.
I love that too. Like, it's really hard to pick. Like, I just love a bunch of Christmas movies.
Oh yeah, I mean, at Christmas time,
movies are great.
At Christmas time, Christmas movies are fantastic.
Yeah, I think I might watch a bunch tonight.
Then I'm watching them with you.
Yeah, and we might just have a Christmas movie marathon in the McCain house tonight.
Woo!
Got some chili in the pot because it's snowing.
McCain. There's 2 McCains, 1 Jake's.
Well, he ain't here.
Sure.
Yeah, he ain't here.
True. I'm not 100% sure about your last name.
He's a
citizen. Okay.
But he's an honorary McCain. So
it's like I feel like I've been an honorary McCain for years.
So on that note, and it's kind of funny too. It's gonna be weird for our podcast because I keep looking when I'm talking to the camera. I keep looking at Sean.
Yeah.
And not.
I was like, I did not know what camera to look at. I just looked around.
Which camera? Which camera? Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3.
Camera's already done recording. So.
Yeah. So on that bombshell, good night, Tokyo.
Good night, everyone. Well, I gotta get up.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.